It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Falcons and the Cardinals, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National. So good to have you with us. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, here is Penix. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Falcons.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. Now the holder of the state rushing record as a prep here in Arizona, it's Bijan Robinson. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, it's Penix. Quick throw, taken in. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. Penix gonna throw again. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. 2 incomplete passes now lead to this 3rd down and goal. He'll try to... He is in. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Atlanta. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Fairbairn, good on the point after. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time in the lead.
And this is where you really need your quarterback, Mike, to step up and not just lead your offense, but to really establish himself as the leader of this entire team. You're looking to pick up your first win. You're trying to build a little momentum to kickstart what's been a slow start to the season. Remember, another loss here today, 0-4, would all but eliminate their playoff chances. Only one team in NFL history, the 1992 San Diego Chargers, has ever made the playoffs after an 0-4 start.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be intercepted. A.J. Terrell has it. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Robinson. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Xavier Thomas is there on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. To the end zone, it's intercepted. That's the safety, Jalen Thompson.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Like, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The Cardinals offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And downfield, it is Downs with the catch. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now faking the give. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. Got his man at the 6. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the...
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Falcons offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Penix. To the left side in the hands of London. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. Play action. It's Penix. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. To throw is Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd down, Penix. That's complete. He's got it to London. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
That's caught right side. It's London. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Penix. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. Throwing again, it's Penix. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And now it's 4th down. Andy Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. Officially a 29-yard attempt. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Falcons will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A short one here, caught by McBride. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Straight ahead, they go with Benson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's Harrison. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 10-7 is the score. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. We'll go down as an incompletion. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's left side. That's the tight end, McBride. Well, they hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
They'll go again with Benson. And he powers his way forward, doing it on the ground inside the 40, a gain of 8. They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Give them 27, and it's 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. That one taken in. Marvin Harris Jr. Touchdown, Arizona. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long. They'll throw. It's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. From the gun on third down, here's Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. The Falcons send their punting unit out. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. Here's Marvin Harrison Jr. and the Cardinal offense heading back out onto the field. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. They'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 3rd and a yard. Throwing now from the gun. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. A quick throw on this RPO, and Downs has it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
At the 43-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. Trey Benson, the intended target. And it'll be third down.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Strong. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. From the gun, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Here's Penix. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. They'll go again with Robinson. Well, this one is in reverse again. They're going to lose more yardage here, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
Here's Michael Dixon now. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Cardinals offense about ready to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start out with a run, and it's Benson. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Glendale after this. 2nd down and 8. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This one complete right side. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
They come to the line now on 2nd and 2. That one is complete to McBride. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
So we have reached halftime, and it's a 4-point game as we send you to Orlando. Going to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been.
And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got first and 10. to throw here to begin the drive. He'll tuck it and take off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
This is the stop they talked about. This is how they wanted to start this momentum they lost in the first. Now, can their offense capitalize and take advantage with this possession?
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Darius Robinson in on the tackle. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, here is Penix. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too
Still
far.
1st down.
And it draws the flag. Pitts is the man in motion. To throw is Penix. And that one incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They're going to go play action with Penix. Short pass taken in by the tight end. 3rd and long. Now Penix. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angles so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
The Cards offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They run over center with Robinson, and he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. The Falcons getting their punter out there as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. That's to the right side. Caught by McBride. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Tip Ryman, the tight end, was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. On the zone read, a give to Benson. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it
They'll look to throw. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense ready to take over possession of the football. And time again, Greg, the yards on the ground have been very difficult to come by.
Yeah, and it really goes against conventional wisdom, Mike. You hear so often everyone talk about you run the ball to open up the pass, and really that's not necessarily true. Oftentimes when you're having trouble on the ground, the best way to open things up underneath is by passing the ball, and that could be a variety of ways. Throwing it downfield, screen passes, swing passes. Just get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and open things up.
Look them up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. He's got his man. It's Mooney.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Robinson, a 1st down and more. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's Penix. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
So now it's Jaime Fairbairn in a pressure situation. This to get the deficit down inside of a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's caught by Harrison right side. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. It's to the left side and taken in by Downs. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a 1st down.
That's good for the Cardinals. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now he'll run. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Falcons' 42-yard line.
That's left side. That's the tight end, McBride. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
That's another Cardinals. 1st and 10.
He'll drop to throw. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. And it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete. Trying again here from the 7-yard line. 2nd down and goal. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. They'll use 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and goal. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase in what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. To throw is Penix. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. Be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the handoff, this is Benson. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Big play coming up. This is third down. A gift, and here comes Robinson. Looking for room out on the edge. He's not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's fourth down.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Benson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On the toss, they go with Benson. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
At the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Here comes 2nd down. From the gun, here is Penix. There's that man again, another catch. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Penix. That one knocked away and incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt, there's no kick.
And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. That's the safety, Jalen Thompson.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that 4th throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On for Benson. And he surges forward. Atlanta, that's their 1st. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. And the defense there to meet them. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Benson. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 30. to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Now Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10? From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. Left side in the hands of London. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A 1st down. To throw again, it's Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd down. Again, it's Penix. That's the tight end, Pitts. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Penix going to throw again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. On 2nd down, Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. And the crowd a major factor now as we get to 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. 4th down, and here's Penix. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.